All right, thanks, Jordan. They are your local experts in personal finance. And at East Wisconsin Savings Bank, that means protecting their customers. And today we're talking with Charlie about elder financial abuse. Good morning.
Good morning, Lisa.
Tough topic, but, we should cover it. What exactly is elder financial abuse?
Well, it covers a whole range of things, but basically it comes down to individuals taking advantage of folks that maybe sometimes are a little more trusting than some of the rest of us. So it's really problematic around the holiday time, and with what we've got going on with COVID, people are a little more isolated, so they're more willing to sometimes talk to that stranger on the phone.
Yeah, let's go over some of the signs that we need to watch for. They will appear on the screen.
Yeah.
There are so many of them, but let's cover some of them that people should really keep an eye out for.
Yeah, if you've got friends, family, parents, whatever, changing habits or them telling you about winning something or things like that are always a good sign. And, all of our staff is really good, but we have a problem sometimes because people want to believe that they won, or they got a prize, or they got a settlement from something that maybe isn't always the truth.
And when you guys, because you're such a personal bank, a local personal bank, are you guys often seeing some of these changes to their accounts that would raise a red flag? Absolutely.
My people are really good about identifying these things, and it's a difficult conversation, obviously. And, our institution for sure, but any financial institution, if you suspect your friends or your family or your parents are maybe having an issue, call that financial institution. They're willing to help. They know what's going on.
So you can, that's your recommendation if you suspect this, right? Do you encourage people to talk to that person that they are maybe concerned about?
Absolutely. And usually the fraudster wants to keep it secret, obviously. Don't tell your kids, don't tell your grandkids, don't, that kind of thing. And that's really the hard part. And if you're really unsure, get law enforcement involved. They're very willing to have a conversation with folks as well, we've found.
Well, let's talk about probably the biggest mistake that people of all ages make, actually, and that is giving out your Social Security number.
Absolutely.
Never give it if someone calls you, right? When is it okay to give it?
Well, we've got a nice little campaign going on our Facebook page and things like that, and it really comes down to banks don't ask that. We're not going to call you and ask you information. That does not happen. The IRS will not call you and ask you information. So when you contact us, that's okay. You know who you're calling, and we can interact and do those things. But even then, we won't usually ask you things like your full Social Security number. We'll ask you identifying things to validate who you are.
Sure.
But not things like your full Social Security number or your driver's license number or things like that.
All right. Well, they are small enough to be able to red flag your accounts, large enough to offer all the latest technology in banking. There are 6 East Wisconsin Savings Bank locations throughout the Fox Valley. For more information, call 920-766-4646, and you can head to eastwis.com. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Lisa. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.